honest with y'all, this video is gonna be raw. This video might be a little bit ghetto, but I'm gonna be speaking real stuff. I'm gonna be speaking from my point of view. So yeah. Hello, so go back to another video. My name is Alizaya and I'm here for Black Transsexual. Get up into the big prayer, whatever. I'm back. How y'all doing, girl? You already know what this Black Transsexual is having to do, girl. We are having to push out this content for y'all, girl. Boom shakalaka. But girl, as you guys see, you know, we're talking about what it's like being transgender in Texas from my point of view. Let me add that. You know, let me clarify. But before we get to today's video, girl, I need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe because you would never find another Black Transsexual like me. Hello, hello, hello. I'm beautiful. You're beautiful. Get up into the big prayer, whatever. Go ahead and lock in on myself. I feel like as a Black trans woman, it's kind of hard for you to sit over here and be heard, especially in the city, in the town, in the state that I live in. Like, as a Black trans woman myself, you know, I say this a lot, like, you know, I'm Black and I'm trans, and I feel like, you know, it's very hard for me to be seen. A lot of people judge me when I go out, you know, and I'm actually being myself. Like, a lot of people are like, why is she so happy? Why is she so joyful? Why is she so loud? For me, I truly don't care that I'm loud. For me, I truly don't care if people don't like me. I've always said that, but I understand that, you know, a lot of people will look at me and they're like, you know, why does she have all this stuff on her face? Why does she have these butterflies in her hair? I love Black things. I love being a Black beautiful person. A lot of people ask me what's my style. I guess my style is like fairy, ghetto, you know, what do you call it, you know, sparkles. I love sparkly, you know, beautiful things. I love shiny things, and when I go out in public, a lot of people will stare at me. The biggest thing that I've noticed is every time I step outside, somebody's taking a picture of me, somebody's staring at me, kids are staring at me, the parents are staring at me. Everybody is just so amazed and so wild of, you know, just a Black trans woman. And, you know, for me, you know, I understand that, you know, a lot of people think that I'm a biological woman. You know, I have the ability to pass, I have the privilege to pass, but, you know, I don't sit over here and flaunt it and be like, I passed, I look better than you, I look like this, I look like that, because I always say this: when you sit over here and flaunt that stuff in people's faces, you can get hit by a bus and your face is going to be messed up. No, you got to be humble when you sit over here and walk your path as a trans woman. You get what I mean? But I'm gonna be honest with you, I realized, you know, as a trans woman myself, like, I had to understand that I had to be very strong, and I had to always, you know, sit over here and always look behind my back. The main thing as a trans woman is you don't know who's watching you. You truly don't. A lot of people sit over here and act like, you know, trans is just such a new thing, and for a trans woman who don't pass, I really, you know, root for them, and I really like tell them to stand 10 toes down in the transition, because it's very hard. And I say this a lot, like, a lot of people will stare at you, a lot of people will catcall you. I get catcalled a lot, especially when I wear dresses and I wear like clothes that show my figure. It kind of makes me uncomfortable sometimes, because a lot of people will sit over here and, you know, over sexualize me or whatever, and, you know, they'll put me on this pedestal. And I remember a lot of guys will try to get my numbers and stuff, girl. I be declining immediately, girl, because some of them be bad, bitter, ugly, girl. We ain't got time for that, girl. No tea, no shade. But like, some guys don't know, you know, how to take no for an answer, and that's the scariest thing. And especially because I'm transgender, it's very like scary for me, because if they find out that I'm transgender because they think that I'm a biological woman, and they find out that I'm transgender, a lot of guys don't know how to take that, and a lot of guys, you know, their ego gets, you know, shot, and a lot of people will go off the rails. And I don't want to end up on the news because somebody found me attractive and they don't know how to, you know, take that into, you know, place or whatever. They don't know how to comprehend that, and a lot of people don't know how to, you know, like, a lot of men don't know how to deal with that. And, you know, I don't want to end up like that. Like, for me as a trans woman, I realized, you know, I had to always make sure that I, you know, keep some pepper spray with me, because it's very dangerous. I work every single day. I'm not gonna lie and act like I don't work every single day. I work every single day. As a Black trans woman myself, I live in Texas. So a lot of people say that Texas is so cheap. Texas is, you know, the land of opportunity. I think Texas is the most ghettoest place I've ever been in my life. Maybe because I'm transgender, but for other people, you know, they're not transgender. So maybe, you know, they're living a whole completely different life. life. But for me in my life, I realized this place is very expensive for the things that I want to do. And you know, money is so tight here. Like, I don't understand how, you know, the base pay is $7.25 an hour. That's ghetto. Like, I don't even know how you can live off of $7.25 an hour. Like, no. And my job that I work at now, I work for $2 an hour, but you know, I make some good money, girl. You know, I'll be getting those tips, girl, so it'll be adding up on my side. But you know, pertaining to that, like, I had to work hard. I had to work extra hard as a trans woman. I feel like we all had to work extra hard as trans women. A lot of people act like, you know, we want to sit over here and do this and do that. Like, we had to work very hard for everything that we want and everything that we own. And we can't stop. I know I can't stop. As a trans woman myself, I know I cannot stop. I literally cannot get stagnant in life, because I know I will be sitting over here getting off the deep rail and be on the corner talking about spare change, spare change, spare change. And I've noticed a lot of homeless people lately, and I'm very outgoing. You know, I talk to a lot of homeless people. I talk to a lot of I talk to a lot of people who, you know, society would deem as lost causes, but I don't think people are lost causes. I feel like everybody has a voice. Everybody should be heard. Everybody is a human being, and I love human beings. I think human beings are the most beautiful thing in this planet. And as a trans woman, my dating experience is very shot. It's very horrible. Like, I don't even get to date. I've never dated anybody in my life. And Valentine's Day is literally around the corner. It's going to be literally when this video gets posted, but I'm lonely. You get what I mean? I'm not gonna act like I'm not lonely. Like, I'm very lonely. I want a guy. I want a boyfriend. You know, I want to sit over here and be Buddha. Whatever guy that wants to be booed up with me only wants to be booed up with me because they want to touch on my princess wine. And I don't want you to touch on my princess wine. I want you to touch my heart. I want you to touch my soul. And a lot of guys don't ever want to do that because they'll be seen as gay. And they're so worried about being seen as gay. I don't understand what's so wrong with being seen as gay. And even then, I don't even think that it's gay to date trans women. I just think it's a whole different sexuality of itself. I think being trans is a whole different experience on itself. I don't even think you can put a label on any type of trans person, because every trans person comes in different shapes and sizes, and that's what society doesn't understand. Texas is very ghetto, and a lot of people in Texas don't understand trans. A lot of people in Texas truly don't understand and can't comprehend trans. And the guys out here, they only look at you as objects. And I've been saying this a lot in my videos. These guys only want to touch me and only want to sit over here and get up in my pants, and I don't like that type of stuff. That stuff is so nasty to me. Like, girl, keep that stuff away from me. And I know a lot of guys, you know, when I talk to them and I be telling them, like, you know, I don't want to sit over here and talk to you because you only want to sit over here and do that, they get so, you know, offended, and they be sitting over here calling me man and this and that, and they be talking about my transition. For me as a trans woman, I don't truly care how anybody views me, and I don't truly care if anybody sees me as a man, because, like, I'm very beautiful, and I'm not gonna act like I'm not beautiful. I know I'm very beautiful, and I don't need nobody's validation for me to know that I'm beautiful and for me to understand that I'm beautiful, because outside of my passability and outside of my beauty, I have a beautiful soul and I have a beautiful spirit, and I'm here for a reason. And when a lot of guys feel, you know, attacked when I sit over here and tell them that I don't want to be a secret, a lot of guys are like, well, you know, we can keep this between you, you know, I can go out every now and again with you, but only because you passed and stuff like that. You gotta, you know, always look up to, you know, par and stuff like that. Type of stuff be bothering me, especially with guys out here, because a lot of guys want you to look all dolled up all the time. I'm a ghetto black trans woman, girl. I don't want to be sitting over here giving Beyonce all the time, girl. I'm exhausted, girl. I'm be giving Cardi B sometimes, girl. No tea, no shade. I'm be sitting over here walking to malls with a bonnet, girl. And you just got to be very strong. And a lot of men aren't as strong as I am, and don't have the willpower to not care about what people think about them. And I know a lot of people are like, well, you could always go to Houston. You could always go to Dallas. A lot of people don't understand. Houston, Texas for me isn't the place, because I realize in Houston, yes, I can make a brand out there. Yes, I can make a career out there, but what if, you know, you drown? Like, there's hurricanes, there's natural disasters. I don't know how to swim. So, like, no, I'm not trying to deal with that type of stuff. And pertaining to bullying, like, I don't care, like, if people don't like me. I've always said that. But out here in Texas, a lot of people will always judge my skin color and always point that out, like saying I'm too dark and saying that I blend in with the shadows and stuff like that. And a lot of people will always say little remarks and stuff. And for me, like, I had to always brush it over my shoulder because I can't let people sit over here and control my emotions. The biggest thing as a trans woman in Texas, you always got to be very strong, because people out here truly would never be able to understand you, because we don't have no good representation and we don't have no good voices for people to understand that, hey, I don't think being trans is wrong. Maybe these people are actually human beings and they're just trying to casually live their life. And I used to get bullied a lot when I was growing up and I was, transitioning, and I didn't look up to par all the time. Like, a lot of people would bully me and crucify me and tell me that I'm a man, telling me this and telling me that. And they still tell me that to this day. A lot of my coworkers be talking behind my back. I don't care. Like, I, come off as, a B word, and I be coming off like all nasty and evil and stuff, but I don't be trying to come off as evil and stuff. I just be real, and I'm very blunt, and I don't hold my tongue for anybody. And I feel like that can really get me, harmed up in here in this country, or harmed in this state, because, like, I realize a lot of people out here can carry, like, a lot of people carry that, that little boom boom, that little bye bye, that little boom boom, you get up into it. But, I don't bite my tongue for anybody. You get what I mean? I don't play about my respect. Like, a lot of people think that I just, will sit over here and just because, I'm quiet, I'm positive, and I'm, a bubbly person, that I won't stand up for myself. I stand up for myself because this is my life and nobody's walking my path. You get what I mean? And I also want to talk about the bathroom. I go to the women's bathroom. I don't think, a lot of people are very shocked to understand that a trans woman will go into the women's bathroom. But I guess that's a whole topic that a lot of people are never going to be able to be ready for. But I go to the women's bathroom, and a lot of people would never bat an eyelash and be like, oh my God, it's a man in a girl's restroom. Oh my God, it's a trans woman. Call the laws. Like, I don't sit over here and creep under stalls and be, sitting over here saying, oh my God, what you got going on in there? I mind my business. I use the bathroom. And for me, I really don't like going to the women's restroom, and I don't like going to the guys' restroom either. I don't have no privacy. As a trans woman, you got to fix your tuck. You got to make sure your face is beat. You got to make sure your hair is up to par. The bathrooms are so filthy. The lighting is so bad. And it's just so ghetto. There's paper towels. There's doo-doo stains everywhere. And mind you, that's in the women's bathroom too, girl. We don't want to talk about the pads on the floor, girl, because I've seen those a couple of times, especially at work, girl. I don't want to talk about that. But, like, me, I don't like going to the women's bathroom. And I wish in Texas, I wish this was like a state law. I wish that there was bathrooms designated for unisex people, because it would just be so much easier for me to not get harassed. And, there's times where I do go into the guy's restroom looking like this, and literally every single time, they're like, oh my God, what are you doing here? Oh my God. Like, people would give me the stares, like, I don't know if you're trans watching this, but, like, have you ever just gotten those stares? Like, people are just staring you down. Like, that makes me so uncomfortable. And, I try to not let it, beat me up and sit over here and be like, oh my God, like, what are they thinking? Like, oh my goodness. But it's like, I don't like to get stared at. Like, that makes me so uncomfortable. That's why I don't like going outside. But, I do love sitting over here walking my path. I do love, wearing my hair. Like, I love the attention sometimes, but other times I don't like the attention. I just like to be left alone, because, like, I'm a human being. I'm a human being with feelings, and sometimes I do be going through some things. But I've always wished that there was just unisex bathrooms, because I feel like that would just make life so much easier for us trans women, and we wouldn't be getting harassed so much. We wouldn't be sitting over here getting told what to do and told where we need to be and telling us what we need, like, just all that extra stuff that comes with going into the bathroom. I've never felt comfortable going into the guy's restroom, even when I was a guy, because I remember this one time when I wasn't even trans, this guy literally jumped over the stall and he threw tissue at me. And mind you, we don't want to talk about what the tissue had on it, girl, because, girl, he just didn't understand, girl. Girl,
No, ma'am.
And pertaining to being clocked, y'all, I remember, like, you know, there's times where I do get clocked and there's times where I don't pass. And, you know, I don't beat myself up over it. But, like, you know, I remember this one time, this group of people, like, these group of boys, they were sitting over here. They were like, oh, my God, that's a man. Oh, my God, that's one of those Transformers. I'm just like, oh, my God, you have nothing else to do than worry about somebody transitioning and worrying about somebody else's gender identity. Like, you have nothing better to do. And a lot of people always, oh my God, people are so rude in Texas. Like, from my point of view, I feel like people are very rude if you don't look, you know, up to par in society, because a lot of people will not hold the door up for you. Some people will slam the door in your face. I remember sometimes I'll be wearing my bonnet, girl, and I don't look up to par. This man slammed the door in my face. I was so baffled. When I be getting into Ubers, girl, they be sitting over here, they be so rude. Sometimes they be turning up the music on purpose. Like, they turn the music up, they don't say a word to me, and then, you know, when it's time for me, like, you know, get out the car, they speed off when I'm not even out the door. I'm like, y'all are just rude. Like, oh my gosh. And then sometimes when I'm getting my groceries or whatever, and I have to go into, like, you know, the grocery store, girl, because when I go to the grocery store, I don't get dressed because I don't want no attention on me, girl. Stay away. But when I go to the grocery store and I don't look up to par, girl, when I want to talk about sitting over here, you know, people sitting over here thinking I'm stealing. Do you think I steal? Do you think I want to be in jail with the men, girl? No. Because if I'm in jail with the men, I'll be busting it wide open. So we're trying to stay away from that, girl. But, like, you know, I remember, like, I be getting profiled, and, you know, a lot of people will sit over and be like, what's in your bag? Let me see your receipt. This don't add up. Girl, I paid for these items. You're not finna tell me I ain't paid for these items. I pay with my credit card. Don't lie. Don't sit acting like I don't pay my money, girl. I ain't trying to go to jail. No shade. But it's just little itty bitty little things like that. Like, people really treat you differently if you don't pass, and that's what I hate about society. If you're not deemed as beautiful, and if you're not deemed as passable in society, even with your peers as a trans woman, they will treat you so differently. They will treat you so awful. It would be very hard for you to make friends. And we want to talk about the friends. Being trans is so hard to make friends because a lot of people, like a lot of, you know, biological women, they'll always have you as they'll always put you in the category as the gay friend. They'll only talk to you, or they'll always ask you, like, oh, is my boyfriend gay? Oh, girl, can you do my lashes? Can you do my hair? Why not? Let's go out. Let's go out for brunch, you know. You pay, I pay, we share, you share. Like, why not just have a full, you know, blown conversation? Like, a lot of the, like, conversations out here when you're trying to actually have real connections, like, it's so dry, it's so bland. Like, it's no substance to, like, friendships out here. Everybody just wants to go out to the club. Everybody just wants to sit over here and deal with the trade. I don't like dealing with trade. I don't even like sitting over here dealing with that type of stuff. I do it every now and again, but, like, that's not, you know, all I'm thinking of. That's not all I'm geeked over, because I'm not looking for that. And, like, the gays out here, a lot of them, no shade, like, a lot of them are doing some slimy things and some scammy things, and they're running up their credit cards to sit over and have the nicest stuff, to sit over and have the nicest cars, the 2014s, the 2020s, the 2024s, the 2025 brand new cars, putting themselves in debt to try to sit over here and get, you know, the general public's approval. I don't need the general public's approval. And I be telling people, I'm like, why are you getting all these expensive things and then you're complaining about your funds? You're always complaining about money. You're wasting your money sitting over here trying to get all these accessory things, and they're not even building up your assets. If you want a net worth, you gotta sit over here and actually buy assets. Like, people don't want to buy a house, and this is the main thing I be telling people. Like, a lot of people want these nice 2-3 story houses. I want a trailer park. I want a trailer home, girl. Ain't nothing wrong with a trailer home, a 2-bedroom trailer home. Do you not see my apartment? This is a studio, and outside it looks like a shed, but inside you couldn't even tell that it looks like a shed. Like, it looks beautiful. And I be telling people, like, you don't need the most expensive things to sit over here and feel comfortable, because, like, it's really not all it's cut out to be. Like, you don't need all that type of stuff. And I be telling people that, like, literally. And the last and final thing that I'm gonna say, and because I want to wrap this video up, I gotta get ready for Valentine's Day tomorrow, girl. You know I gotta dress up. Like, what? But I'm so serious when I say this. Like, I get exhausted coming out to people, and I get exhausted telling people that I'm trans. I don't even tell people I'm trans. I let people find out, like, girl, literally. Because when I'm at work, a lot of people still think that I'm a biological woman, which, kudos to you, girl. You think I'm the real fish? Okay, I love that. Yes, I'm gonna keep this secret to myself. You don't need to know my tea, no shade. But it's like, you know, when I actually fool with people and I let them know, hey, I'm trans, oh my God, people treat you so different when they find out you're trans. And I hate that. Especially when you're working in customer service. Oh my God, people treat you so differently. When people clock me and they, you know, find out that I'm trans, oh my God, the guests, the customers, oh my goodness, they treat you so differently, girl. They'll sit over and be like, I don't want you touching my food, girl. I want to touch your nasty food, girl. Little do you know, girl. Oh, I don't want to say that, girl, because I don't know my manager watching. But it's like, girl, like, I just want to work. I just want to mind my business. And for me, coming out is an everyday thing. Like, a lot of people act like when you come out as trans that, you know, you ain't got to do it no more. You're going to have to constantly do this for your rest of your life. And I feel like a lot of people don't, you know, have that mindset and have the stability and aren't mentally prepared for that. When you come out as trans, you have to do this for the rest of your life. You always got to keep fighting. You always got to keep going. You always got to show up and show out for yourself. And it's the hardest thing to do. I'm not going to act like it's not easy. It's not easy. It's hard. And, you know, there's times where I get drained. There's times where I get burnt out. There's times where I get exhausted. I'm a human being. I'm a human being with feelings. I do get exhausted from time to time. But I always do reassure myself that, hey, you know, this person, you know, they don't understand trans people. You know, they're a little confused on trans people. Let me educate them. You get what I mean? I'm all about educating people and opening their minds, because you only live once. You have to be a staple. You have to be an imprint on people's lives. Show people that, hey, trans people aren't, you know, this and ain't that. They're human beings. And when you show people that, that opens people's minds. I wish I could do that to the masses. I really do. But like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I am exhausted from Texas. I'm ready to get up out of here, girl. It's literally Valentine's Day now, girl. It's 1 a.m. when I'm recording this video. But like, I'm ready. Happy Valentine's Day to my Bookie Bears. I love you guys. Thank you guys for 5.5K subscribers. I am excited to keep going on this journey. I'm excited for the new viewers. If you are stumbling across this video and you're a new viewer, thank you. Hi, Bookie Bears. Welcome to the Boom Shakalaka. I'm glad you made it this far. Get on this or whatever. Bada bing, bada boom. But like I say this a lot, we are beautiful, we are human beings, and we are not going nowhere. And I put this on everything I love. I'm not going nowhere. I'm just getting started, girl. I love myself. And, you know, I hate Texas, but I do understand that this is part of my story, being born in Texas and being raised in Texas. Texas has really shaped me into the trans woman that I am now, girl, because I had to go through some things here, girl, that I can't even say on here, girl. No shade. But I say this a lot. Please be strong. Keep going, sisters. I'm rooting for everybody. I love all of you guys. I keep saying this. Thank you guys for all the subscribers. Thank you guys for all the love. I love you guys, girl. But I'm about to wrap up this video, girl. I gotta go, girl. You know, I gotta go take a shower and edit this video, and I'm gonna go prepare for tomorrow. Oh, I might go do a live tomorrow. Let me stop, Alize. You gotta end the video. But like, I love you guys. Stream Nicki Minaj. Bada bing, bada boom. I gotta go, girl. Bye, love.